Hi, boys. How's it going? Hopefully everyone's doing all right. Here is the starting lineup for this weekend. Okay, decently strong lineup. We're going to talk about a couple things in this video. I'll try to keep it short. Obviously, we all know TFA is going to be a very good team. We're going to have to work hard defensively, kind of like how you guys were versus Fusion. You're going to have to dig in at times versus this team if we want to get a result. Good news about this team is that I think there's definitely moments where you can catch them on the break. Okay, so biggest key points for me in terms of our attacking style is obviously we do not want to get away from what we've been working on. We obviously want to keep the ball. We want to value the ball, but our first look should be forwards. Every single time our first look should be forwards. They are going to keep a high line. They are going to send numbers every time. So guess what? If they're leaving Cade in a 1v1, even a 2v1, we're going to be very okay with that. And let's take advantage. Guys, in terms of subs today, depending on how they play, we're obviously going to need you guys. So making sure you're ready to go as well. Let's talk about the 4-3-3 first. Okay, if they go into a 4-3-3, this is how we'll look. Damon, you'll be the 10, Rex 8, Diego 6. Okay, back line stays about the same. Okay, Nate and Miguel, you'll start as the wingers. Okay, nothing too much changes for us, guys. We're going to be in our 9-10 press. So if they have the ball back here, if they're blue, we'll set up looking like a 2, splitting the differences in the midfield, guys. And then obviously we have our wingers cutting inside to start, forcing them to look inside first. Okay, that would be our shape. Okay, once it goes to a side, obviously one stepping, the next person is dropping in onto the closest midfielder. Other midfielders are picking up. Once again, midfielders, you can look to cut differences. In this shape, we're not as much of a man-to-man, we're more of a zone. Okay, so you shouldn't be getting yourself too close to any certain person. It's more of a zone. So once that person comes into your zone, now you're working on defending in that area. Okay, and looking to pick off passes. Weak side winger, you can still get yourself in here, help with that last player, and also getting yourself closer to jump. Obviously, once it starts getting to here, if it's Miguel, Nate, whoever it is, or Chimino, whoever becomes on the wing for that game, okay, you can start getting closer. Okay, we don't want you right on top. We do want them to play these passes in. We're okay with them playing this next pass into the player. If they play it in there, that's A-okay with us. Okay, go press it hard, move your feet, go win the ball. In our build, same thing, guys. If they play a 4-3-3, we will stay to what we've been working on. Okay, we'll be in our 4-3-3, getting nice and big. Outside backs need to get really high, either force those center backs to come to us, or sorry, those wingers to come with you. So now we're creating a 3v1. Or if they don't come, this is why we have our wingers tucked in to start, because now their team has to stay tucked in, which means we potentially have you guys on the wing. Now they have to tuck in like that. So now we might have you guys. So if they step up, we're still 3v3 here. We could potentially find you and knock down quickly, or it's a quick pass into here. So potentially quick pass into Yair. Now Jax, you would get down quickly. Now we try to slip into a lane here and break the line. So whichever one's going to work. Okay. So thinking about our shape. If we're safe, if they're not bringing tons of pressure, we can get higher outside backs. If they're bringing high pressure the whole time, we do have to get lower and get into a passing lane. Okay. Those are things I want you to think about. Now, let's just say they don't bring pressure. Okay. We're staying high, or we're staying high and they're coming with us. Center backs, don't get yourself stuck. It's a 3v1 here. It's a 3v1. Okay. Because they're going to be man to man in here. Okay, we'll have our winger and our nines. Okay, so there's our back line there. Midfielders, they're man to man. Okay, don't get yourself stuck here. Okay, there's a couple things that can happen. Either you can go back around, obviously with the goalkeeper and this and the other center back. Okay, wingers and midfielders look to interchange here. Okay, we need someone finding these pockets in here potentially so we can pull this person out and find the outside back or potentially switch the field. So that means our winger can pop into here, midfielder can come out. Okay, we're creating the same shape, but now we're getting a little more depth. Now, once we do break that line, if we can face forwards, wingers, we need you getting wide now. Okay, you have to start looking to get wide. So now looking to peel off the backside, potential we can find balls into the weak side diagonals. Okay, same thing here. If Jax or Buddy takes off, you can stay centrally, but if they don't, we need you to look to peel off and get wide as well. All right, let's talk about the 3-4-3 if they go into a 4-4-2 diamond. Okay, Damien, you'd be the 10 still. Rex, you'll be one of the side eights. Okay, you'll be one of the outside eights. Jax, you're going to come in and become one of the outside eights. Yair, you become the outside center back. Joe, you become the center back. Buddy, you become on the other side. So that's how we would look to start. Okay, 3-4-3. Okay, in this shape, guys, if they decide to take it, let's just say they're a diamond. So they have their diamond. They got their 2 nines, their 4 midfielders. Now we are man to man, guys. We are man to man in this shape. Okay. So that's the difference between the two. If we go into this, you have to follow your mark. We did something similar when we played them last. Okay. You have to follow your mark. And we were actually pretty successful. We didn't have much on offense, but that also is because Cade and Jamina were gone. Okay. That doesn't help. Okay. But looking to counter once we do. So, hey, outside backs have to follow. So if they have the ball here, they make a run. Miguel, Nate, you got to follow your player with them. Okay, same thing here. If they run, you got to follow with them. Cade, you're going to be a little bit on your own here. Biggest thing is try to keep them the one side of the field. If you can, even if they dribble in towards the play, if we can keep them here, great. And when we find a moment, if they get close enough, that's when Rex, Damien, one of the midfielders can potentially step off and try to screen. And now we can start jumping places. So Damien, you might be able to drop down and help. Okay, if it's Damien's player that goes, maybe Cade can help. Okay, so just finding those moments. And then even here, Miguel and Nate, you don't necessarily have to be right on top of your player here. You can still be man-to-man and protecting inside the middle. So now if they try to find that pass once we step off, you can go and help in there as well. Okay, if they get it wide, similar to Fusion, okay, there's been times when I've watched them play where they get the ball here and the other 9 is over here. So biggest thing is we just want to force them as much wide as possible, guys. You're going to have some good 1v1 defending. You're going to have to move your feet. They're going to be quick. They're going to be decent. Okay. You're going to have to force them wide in these moments, keep them away from the second 9. Okay. Obviously, we'll have 2 more defenders to help, but if you can force that person wide, that is going to help us. Okay. So making sure you guys think about those moments. Okay. Where am I sending this player? I do not want to send them inside. That's where their numbers are for the most part. So making sure we're really, really smart in that situation. And the last thing for me, guys, is they are going to move. They are going to move. Okay. So biggest thing is when we get it here, okay, they are going to move. So their midfielder might come out here. So that means we're going there. And this person might just come into here. Guys, you can go. Because if we're going man to man, our free player is going to be Joe. Our free player is going to be Joe. So now we're still in a safe position here. We're still at 3v2, and we can still bunch in here. We're going to be okay. So if he goes, we got to go with him. Okay. Don't worry. Don't worry too much. Okay. As long as we're scanning, we're checking our areas, and we're communicating these moments, we're still in an okay shape here. Okay. So don't be afraid. In our build, okay, last thing, boys, in our build, 3-4-3. Okay, they'll be man to man on you guys in the midfield. Okay, we'll obviously have a +1 in our build. That's kind of what we're going for at all times. Okay, starting in the middle, center back's getting a little wider. Okay, now you're forcing one of them to commit. We did a better job of this when we got into the second half of the fusion game. Second half, I thought you did a good job of this. A lot of time, this person would come. We found Buddy. Buddy was able to play make from there. Okay, so very nice. Okay, in this formation, okay, we're looking to try to move some players. So guys, try to move out of spaces so we can find pockets. Okay. So guess what? Player here can go wider. Okay. If they pull in, we can try to find someone into this central area. And then once again, if they follow kind of like that, okay, let's find the pockets for Cade. Let's let him run. I think he can cause major havoc to these center backs. Okay. So don't be afraid to go long in this game. Not saying that we are losing our principle of playing, but we are taking what they're giving us. If they're going to go man to man all over the field, and if they're going to make it difficult and to keep a high line and go man to man, what are they leaving? They're leaving the space in behind. So we have to be able to attack that. Okay. We have to be adaptable in our play. Okay. But other than that, boys, I think you guys are ready. I think you guys have been working incredibly hard. I think you guys are improving so much. And I think this is a great opportunity for you boys to get a result off a great team. We obviously have 2 to 3 really hard games in the next few weeks. Okay. If we can take 3 to 4 points off these teams, we put ourselves in a really good situation. And it's a statement to the rest of the league that we are here and we are here to cause havoc. So, guys, good luck. I'm bummed I'm not going to be there. Don't worry, I'm going to be around all next week, so you'll get sick of me by tomorrow next week. But good luck. Seb's going to have you guys for the game. I trust in Seb fully. Okay, so Seb is going to be ready to help you guys out as much as possible. Okay, and go from there. All right, boys. See you later.